Very much for staying with us once again and joining us for yet another fantastic video. This is another day the Almighty God himself has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Now in this video we are going to look at the strongest Black Star starting 11 to face Egypt and possibly beat Egypt and get all the 3 points and get some plus goals. Can we do it? Can we not do it? Now, in doing the strongest starting 11 of the Black Stars for Egypt, we have to look at the Egypt starting 11, okay, and juxtapose it and know the players who can deal with the threats Egypt poses, okay, and also help us to win our game. Do you get a point? Yes. So it is not like you just make the lineup in a vacuum, but then you have to consider Egypt's lineup and their possible starting 11 also, and the threats they pose to the Black Stars team. So you look at all of that in this video. Do well to subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. What are your thoughts, comments, views, opinions about the game versus Egypt, about the starting 11 I'm going to talk to you about? Who do you think should be substituted for who? Do you agree with the issues I will raise? Do you not agree with them? Everything you want to comment about, let me know all of that in the comment section. Like the video, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button also. Thank you very much for staying. So Egypt in their game versus Mozambique, they fielded their strongest starting 11, and you saw all the likely names in it, and in fact the changes they made the necessary changes that ensure that they got that 1 point. Now in their game versus Ghana, this is the same starting 11 I'm expecting them to field. Now if you look at the goalkeeper, now you have Mohammed El Shanawi. He's their best goalkeeper now, and he is obviously going to be in the post for Egypt. Now Mohammed Hamdi will be the left back of the team. The right back of the team will be Mohammed Hani, and then Ahmed Hegazi and Mohammed Abdel Monem will be the 4 and 5 of the team. Very, very solid back line over there. Now the midfield will be Mohamed El Neni of Arsenal Football Club, being the number 6 of the team. Hamdi Fati will be the attacking midfielder or central midfielder of the team, and then Zizo will also be the other midfielder of the team. They are typical 4-3-3 for team. There's not how to do two pivots. Yeah, they play 4-3-3, and this is their lineup. Mohammed Salah will be the left winger, and Mustafa Mohammed will be the main number 9 of the team. Very quality number 9 on the African soil. Was playing for Pyramids and the likes in Egypt, and then he moved to France, and he's doing very, very well. He scores a lot of goals. Mustafa Mohammed, he scored the first goal for them in a game versus Mozambique, so don't forget that. And then Mohammed Trezeguet, yes, Trezeguet, good old Trezeguet will also be the other winger or the right, the left winger, okay, and Mohammed Salah is the right winger. Sorry about that. So this is the team that Egypt is likely to field, and their threats are simple. Mohammed Salah is one of their threats, and then Mustafa Mohammed is also a big threat in terms of the number 9. Now Mohammed Salah is the biggest threat in fact in the whole competition. The left side of the wings, no, we have to be very solid there, and you understand why I fielded these players as my strongest starting 11. Now if you look at somebody like Hamdi Fati and then Zizo, these are the creative forces of the team. They also have Omar Mamouche at the bench. He's also a fantastic striker for Frankfurt, scoring a lot of goals for Frankfurt, and he's likely to come in fact in the game versus Mozambique. He also came in as a substitute and did very well for the Egyptian team. When it comes to corner kicks and then free kicks, then teams too, they have the likes of Mohammed Abdel Monem and then Ahmed Hegazi, who are they have the height, can hit the ball, and can, in fact Mustafa Mohammed also has the height and can also be very good in the air. Mohammed Trezeguet is also very dicey in terms of the wings and can actually disturb Ghana. So this is the Ghana strongest starting 11 for me. For me, I think that Lawrence Atizigi should be imposed and not Richard Ofori. Richard Ofori is inactive for Orlando Pirates. That is the only reason why he shouldn't be the number 1 for Ghana Blasters. It cannot be. Forget about he was the number 1 before everybody and this. Masa, he is inactive for his team. He cannot be the number. Now this team crowd. Where does this thing happen? At a club side, it's not like the club side is English Premier League or Spanish La Liga. South Africa, yeah, he cannot be the number 1 for them. Why should he be the number 1 for the Ghana Blasters? Why? So Lawrence Atizigi should be our number one. Yes, it's not like when Lawrence Atizigi comes out, we will not concede. Yes, we will concede here and there, but he makes saves. He's a good saver, and he also organizes the back. Yeah, the back. Okay, when it comes to organizing the back, Orlando Richard Ofori doesn't know how to do it better than Atizigi. That's the truth. And he hasn't added anything different. So why should he still be our number one? So Atizigi should be the number one. And then the right back, no. I am going for Ali Duseiru because Dennis Odo, he didn't show anything. He didn't add anything to our attack in the game versus Kivet. And that was the game I was expecting him to add something to our attack. So if he can't really add anything to our attacker, then he can't start, because defensively, Ali Duseiru is better, can defend very well than Dennis Odoi. So in a game versus Egypt that you don't really expect your laterals to add a lot of attacking options, because Egypt wingers, they are very fast and pacey and they will attack us. Mohammed Salah on our left back, and then Trezeguet on our right back. So you have to have very solid players who can defend very well. Do you get a point? That's why I'm having Ali Duseiru as our right back. He's very solid. Even in our 4-0 loss to USA, we were losing 4-0, but he was about our best player in that particular game. And if we get Ali Duseiru and Alexander Jiku, both of them having a very good game and committed game like Jiku gave us in the Kivet game, maybe we can get something from Egypt game. Do you get what I'm saying? Because Ali Duseiru, whenever he's playing, he's very committed. Left back there, it will obviously go to Gideon Mensah. No long talk about it. Now, I am choosing to still have Mohamed Salisu in the squad, because even though he didn't do well versus Kivet, I think that he's still our best player. Okay, he doesn't have much fitness and everything. I get that, but after the first game, I'm sure he warm up himself as the tournament goes on. But if we change him for somebody like Nicolas Opoku, it will not be good. But then how can we change him for this player, Daniel Amate? We cannot have Daniel Amate, because Daniel Amate there, he's bad. He cannot run. He's not solid. You can see he's bad. So the fact that Salisu didn't do so well in our previous game versus Quebec doesn't mean that we should bench him for any other player. I think that we should give him the consistency. But if he's not doing well in the first half, we should change him. If he's not doing well in the first half, we can change him and try somebody else. Do you get a point? If he's still showing sloppiness and not doing so well in the first half, change Salisu Mohammed. But I still think that Salisu Mohammed should be part of the central defense. The midfield, this morning the news came that Kudus Mohammed is actually training with the squad and getting ready, so he's very much likely to start. I expect Saleh Samed Abdo to come in place of Baba Idrisu, because Baba Idrisu, it looks like 2021 then things are not there. Right now there is not so good. He has shown in the last games he's been playing, that he's not so solid and rigid in terms of the number 6 position. So give the chance to Saleh Samed Abdo, who has been very consistent and has been doing very well. Okay, so Saleh Samed Abdo should start. Majid Ashimeru again should start. Coach Risuti, don't say that it is Egypt and then they are big teams who have to go with two pivot. Don't go with any two pivot. You see, I told you guys that even when the coach is playing two pivot, thinking that the two pivots will not will help us not to concede. That is even the time we concede. Look, the game versus Quebec, the moment the two pivots came on, that is when we concede. When Saleh Samed partnered Baba Idris, that's when we concede the second goal to lose the game. So the two pivot doesn't necessarily mean that we will not concede. So don't play with two pivot. Go with Saleh Samed and then Ashimeru again, because Ashimeru, if not for Ransford Eboak on his stuff, he was getting a fantastic goal in the first half versus Quebec. So go with Ashimeru, and then if Kudus Mohammed is fit and can start the game, you start him. In fact, Kudus should start, even if he's not fit to start the game and can play 30 or 40 minutes or 60 minutes. Start him so that he can change the game right from the start, and don't let the game destroy, or when we are losing in the second half, okay, don't let us lose the game. Don't let us lose the game before you bring in Kudus. If he's not fit to play 90 minutes, start him from the blast of the whistle so that he can make changes right from the start. And it's very, very important over there. Do you get a point? Now, the attack, it is mainly because of how we can stop Egypt wingers. Okay, our attack is mainly because of how we can stop Egypt wingers and also provide something when we go forward. Do you get a point? Now, the Jordan Ayew is playing as a left winger, even though he doesn't really play there, because I want him to help Gideon Mensah to defend Mohammed Salah and the likes of the Egypt left side, okay, or right side, or rather, yes, the Egypt right side, because Mohammed Salah will be there. That is where he will be attacking from, the left side of our left side. So Jordan Ayew can go to the left wing and help in defending, okay, and when we are going forward too, he can help to contribute something forward. Do you get a point? That is very, very important over there. So have Jordan Ayew as the left winger. The right winger, and I think he should go to Inaki Williams as a right winger every time. In fact, the last time Inaki Williams scored for Ghana was versus Madagascar. He was playing as a right winger. We saw in Kumasi here, and he did extremely well throughout the game. He had the chances. He was doing very well. I told you again that if Inaki Williams is playing as a right winger, it doesn't mean that he will not join the box or he will not come inside as a number 9. He will cut in as a number 9. But the thing is that anytime he's in the box, he's a surprise future. Okay, because the 4 and 5 of Egypt or the opponent will be looking at our number 9 and maybe our number 10 and some winger, but they will not be expecting Inaki Williams to join the attack or join our number 9. So if he's there, he's a distraction to the defense of Egypt. That is why we have to have him as a right winger always, and he's very good operating from there. He will also help Ali Seidu in defending, because Trezeguet is an experienced player on the African continent and can do very well for Egypt. So he also help Ali Seidu in defending the right side of our game. Do you get a point? And that is the reason why I think that Inaki Williams should go in. And then have Antoine Semenyo. He didn't have a bad game versus Cape Verde. He wasn't too bad. He wasn't that bad. He was very, very good. In fact, in the second half, he was warming himself into the game, creating a lot of chances, and then he was substituted from the game. So start Antoine Semenyo again. But I think that this will be the ideal front line for Ghana. It will help us when we are they will help us when we are defending, and they will also contribute something to our attack that can possibly help us to win the game. It is a very, very dicey game, I'm telling you. A very, very difficult game for the Black Stars. But I think this will be the strongest starting 11 of the Black Stars to face Egypt. Atizigi impose Ali Seidu, and then Gideon Mensah, Mohamed Salisu, and Alexander Jiku, Saleh Samet Abdul, Majid Ashimer, Mohammed Kudus, and then we have Jordan Ayew on the left wing, and then Inaki Williams on the right wing, Antoine Semenyo as our main number 9. What do you think about this starting 11? Do you think Ghana is capable of beating Egypt in the African Cup of Nations this coming Thursday? Mohammed Salah, will he score or not? What are your thoughts, comments, views, opinions? Let me know all of that in the comment section of this video. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again for yet another one. It's always a great pleasure to have you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.